welcome guys. We continue our goal setting skill training. This is our fourth video in this playlist, so make sure to start with the first one. It will be much higher quality if you do step by step. So going to a certain goal is kind of like planning a hiking trip. First of all, you need to have enough equipment. You need to have your fundamentals covered, like your food, your nutrition, your safety, and so on. About this, I filmed my first video where I gave you a checkup list for all the fundamentals that you need. After that, you need to have a clear map of where you are, where you're going, and so on. In order to have a clear, correct map that is up to date, that is not too outdated, and so on, you need to have your basic cognitive skills. I have a separate playlist about those, and they will help you to basically see reality in more objective way, in a clearer way, in less distorted way, in a more flexible, nuanced way, which is much better to adapt to this reality and to actually understand where you are, where you need to be going, how to go there, and so on. So check out this other playlist to pass through this training. It's also completely free on my channel, available for everyone. After that, step number 3, you need to know where exactly you are, and we covered this in our 2 previous videos. First of all, we understood which is our priority right now, what we want to change in our life, and secondly, we analyzed our problematic state, we analyzed our complaints, we analyzed our problems. And in this video, we're going to talk more about goals and what mistakes we can make when setting these goals. So let's begin. Number 1, very important feature of a goal is that it should be achievable by your own effort. It should not rely on luck. It should not rely on other people. It should be achievable by your own effort. What it means? For example, saying that I want this particular person to love me is not a correct goal because it includes other people, okay? You can have a goal like I want to be loved. Yes, because this kind of doesn't force this particular person to love you. You can choose someone. Or you can have a goal, for example, I want to have 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I cannot have this goal because I cannot control it. It's yes, I can do some kind of steps to get more subscribers or to get less subscribers, but I can't like directly control it, you know, so it's not good for a goal. Instead, I can have a goal that says like, okay, I want to film 1 video per week and I want to post 1 video per week and I want to do it consistently. This is a goal. Or another example, you cannot have a goal, I want to lose weight, because we cannot control our weight 100%. There are other factors that we cannot control. Environment in which we live. Well, we can move away from there, but it could already have done some damage. We also cannot control our genetics. We cannot control our hormonal system. Maybe you have some kind of hormonal sickness that is not curable, let's say, or you have to take some kind of medicine that makes your hormones change and you cannot change it. Such examples, you know, we cannot control our weight 100% because there are so many other factors in play rather than just our will, just our wish, just our desire to look something else. Okay, and I will make an additional video about pride and actually like this kind of sense of self-entitlement, and setting goals that we cannot control is often associated with that. Like we have this self-entitlement to think that this other person should do as I like they should love me, or my body should be as I decided it needs to be. You know, this is kind of this a bit narcissistic self-entitlement. But many people have it. Don't worry, I also had it and still have it sometimes. So number 1, your goal should be controlled and achieved by your own effort. You cannot have a goal that is like this person should do that, You cannot have a goal, these people should subscribe to my channel. You know, you cannot have a goal that you cannot control. This is number one. So instead of saying I want to lose weight, we reformulate the goal as I want to exercise X amount of times per week. I want to eat this kind of like food plan. I want to sleep at these hours and so on. Like these things, at least we can control a bit more. Okay, like behaviors we can control a bit more. Of course, we can go into some philosophical depths and say that we can control nothing completely and totally. Yeah, but let's omit it here. Okay, so first one, controllable goal, something you can do by your own effort. Step number two is to analyze, is this your end goal or a means to get in somewhere? Many of us think that, for example, we want to lose weight, or we want to look a certain way, or we want to X amount of money, or we want to, I don't know, a marriage or something. And we think this is our goal, but in reality, it's just a means of achieving a goal. I will make a drawing for you to understand. Like here, for example, A is our current position. B is where we want to be. And B is our actual goal. Okay, and then we can have different routes, different strategies to get to the B. And sometimes some routes can seem difficult, some can seem easy, some can seem realistic, some can seem unrealistic. But second mistake that people often do, they take a route for a goal. Like, for example, you actually want to be loved and treasured. You actually want to have relationships with people who love you. But instead of stating this as your goal, you think that I need to lose weight and then people will love me and then people will treasure me. So instead of stating our actual goal, you focus on the way to get in there. Okay? Or let's say that you actually want to feel safe, you actually want some safety and stability in your life, and you fixate that for this you need to get married, and you think that getting married is your goal. Well, in reality, there are other ways to get safe in this life. So it is very important to analyze, is this goal that I want something that I want for itself or as a means to something? Like, if I actually want to be loved and accepted, then losing weight is not the only solution, and it's not my goal. My goal is to be loved and accepted. If I actually want to feel confident, same, this can be my goal. Looking a certain way is just a strategy I can employ to get to this goal. I hope you understand what I mean. It's very, very important to distinguish that your goal should be something that you actually want and not something that you think will bring you to something better. And many of us, we do this mistake because, for example, you want to have friends, but you think that I'm not good enough as I am. I need to change something about myself, and only then I can get friends. And your actual goal is to get friends, but instead you focus on, I don't know, losing weight, learning a language, looking a certain way, I don't know, doing a certain makeup, I don't know, like many other things. Or maybe your goal is feeling secure and you actually want to just feel stable and secure in your life. But instead of focusing on this goal, you kind of fixate that I need to get married. But actually, marriage itself is maybe not that important for you. Maybe if, for example, you were extremely rich and you were secure, you wouldn't even think of this marriage. So it's very important to separate actual goal, what we actually want, and a way to get there, because way to get to a goal can be very different, and we need to understand our goal, not necessarily the way. The way can be changed, the way can be adapted, the way can be replaced by another way, and so on. And this is very, very important. I cannot state it enough because so many people make this mistake. It's so common that we take our way to get something that we want for a goal. instead of just saying that I want this. I want this, and there are different ways, different strategies. It's also very important in interpersonal communication. Like oftentimes we, instead of focusing on the main need that we have, we focus on just one strategy to meet this need. Like for example, you have a need to feel important and you fixate on one strategy, like getting married, that this need will be satisfied. But this need can be satisfied by other means, okay? So very, very important to separate those. So rule number one, we should be able to control our goal. It should depend on our own efforts and not luck, not some lucky genetics, not other people and so on. At least more or less. Of course, nothing can be like 100% controlled only by one person. And rule number two, that our goal should be the end goal, not a way to get to something else. This is also very important. Of course, on your way to your main goal, you can use different tactics, strategies to get there, and you can set them up as your like smaller goals, but we will talk about this later. It's just very important that in the beginning you understand where it's all going towards, what is the most important end result, and not mix and not confuse your idea how to get it with actually the goal that you want. Step number 3, we need to make sure that our goal is corresponding to our values. Why? Because you see, the thing is that sometimes we have certain values, but we think our goal is something that contradicts them. For example, your values are freedom, creativity, and spontaneity, and I don't know, having a tidy home, but you think that your goal is having children. You see, there is a clear contradiction, because children are not tidy, children do not give you so much freedom, and so on and so on. Or another example, you might think that your goal is what else? Having stable income and having stable profession and being like secure and so on. But in reality, your big value is freedom again. And you want to have freedom, variety, and adventure in your professional life. So it doesn't really fit together nicely. So our step number 3 is that our goal should not be in conflict with some of our main values and our main needs. There are also 2 different kinds of values. One kind of values are like end goal values, like what we want. And another kind of values are instrumental values. It's like how we get there. Like if your instrumental values allow it, you can, for example, manipulate other people to get where you want. Okay, these are instrumental values. For example, my instrumental values is that I want to be honest. I want to make other people feel better and not manipulate them to my own advantage. You know, these are instrumental values. And we also need to understand which instrumental values we have. Because, for example, if our goal is, I don't know, world dominance, but at the same time we have instrumental values that say like, no, I don't want to, I don't know, abuse others or control others and so on, then there is a clear contradiction. It's of course a silly example, but you get me. So number 3, our goal should not be in conflict with our main values. I will make separate videos what to do if there is a conflict, so stay with me, subscribe, and so on, and put the ring bell button, you know, so that you get notifications, but not nowadays. For now, we just need to understand if it's in conflict or not. Okay, this was number 3. Rule number 4 is that in most cases it is better if your goal comes from feeling of security, safety, love, curiosity, you know, like positive feelings, feelings that make you feel good. If your goal comes from jealousy, from desire to control, from anger, from revenge, from fear, from insecurity, it is very likely that it comes from this distorted perception of things, and it is very likely not to make you feel good, not to make your life improve. So if you set up a goal for yourself, let it be coming from your like kinder, more authentic, calmer state, and not be a way to revenge, and not be a way to avoid some fear, and not be a way to compensate for some insecurity and so on. Because oftentimes when we even set up like good goals, but we start them with these feelings of insecurity or of fear or of jealousy or of vengeance, we end up just making our life worse. Like, for example, if you want to improve your health and improve your well-being, if it comes from the point of self-love and caring for yourself and wanting to live your good quality life, this kind of motivation will lead you to positive changes most likely. But if you come from idea that I'm not good enough as I am, from insecurity, from fear of getting sick, from anxiety, from desire to revenge on someone who didn't love you enough, who would not, it's most likely to lead you to some unwanted consequences. Of course, it's not like always like that, but in most cases, make sure your goal comes from some kind feelings. And also, if you do it from like calm, kind, happy state, and your goal is reflecting it, it's more likely to be your own authentic goal and coming from like your own deep values, instead of just being driven by some revenge or jealousy or something, or envy or something like this. So it's very important. And also, when we get jealous or envious and so on, we can start following someone else's goals. Like, we want to prove we are cooler than someone else, and we start trying to achieve things that are not actually that important for us. So it's very, very important that you set up your goals from a place of security, from a place of self-love, from a place of love for other people, from the place of, of good feelings. If you set up your goal in order to, kind of compensate for some pain that you have inside, it's very likely to lead you to the wrong direction, to make you chase some goal that is not actually your own. And many people, they do that, and then they end up feeling that they have been living not their own life. Like, yes, they have a nice house, yes, they have a nice family, yes, they have some things that are considered to be valuable, but they are not their own. They are not their own choice. They were just trying to prove that they are as cool as others, so they were trying to chase the same things as others. Well, in reality, it's not that important for them. So it's very important to know that your goal is your own, and your feelings can help you understand it. If you set in your goal in order to take revenge, in order to feel less of jealousy, in order to feel more secure, because of now you are insecure and afraid and all that, then it might not be the right goal. Or maybe the goal is right, but the motivation is screwed up. The goal should be set up with positive, calm intentions. So these were like the main ideas of how we can go wrong when setting goals for ourselves. So please make sure that your goal doesn't get into those mistakes. And in the next video, we're going to talk more in detail how to put your goal into words, how to see it clearly, how to understand, how to make it kind of present in your life already. It will be very interesting, so please stay with me and watch future videos. And in the end of this video, I'm gonna give you like a bonus exercise. If you still don't know what exactly you want, or if you have some doubts, there is this very interesting exercise when you lie down and you put a timer that measures, let's say, I don't know, 40 minutes or 50 minutes or 1 hour or even like 1 hour and a half, as you want, depending on your level of patience or on the complexity of your problem. And you lie down like this and you ask yourself again and again and again and again, what do I really want? What do I really want? What is my authentic desire? What is my authentic goal? And this way, you kind of go deeper and deeper and deeper. First responses might be exactly dictated by some more shallow motives, or by general like societal ideology that you catch like viruses. But the more you ask yourself the same question, the same question, the same question, the more you kind of dig deeper into what you really want. Of course, unfortunately, I cannot do in videos like personal consultation. So if you still don't know what you want after all these techniques, please come to consultation, because it will be much easier than doing things alone. So yes, a very nice exercise. And you put the timer and you just don't do anything. You just lie somewhere and you ask yourself again and again, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And it can be very interesting. And the effect, first of all, you might actually understand what you want. And secondly, this is also a good exercise to kind of make all kinds of conflicts emerge. Like if you have exactly this conflict of values with your goal, or also it can make emerge any kind of resistance or fears or something that you might have against some goal that you have. And it also helps to kind of get them away, because when you repeat to yourself, what do you want, what do you want, what do you want, your brain at the end, it's like, okay, fine, I want this, and okay, we can get it, we can get it, just stop asking me this stupid question, stop this. And this way you kind of just abuse your brain into agreeing to achieve the goal. Of course, abuse in a funny way, not in a really abusive way. Anyway, it's a funny exercise, so maybe you will like to use it. Let me know about the results in the comments. And I see you next time. We're gonna talk more about your goal. So, love, love. And my goal is to love more people. And in order to love more people, I need more subscribers to love. So please share my video. I will be very happy. This is the best thank you you can give me. Share it with your friends, share it on your social networks. This is my dream, please. Okay, and I see you soon. Bye bye.